So we will hear a short presentation, and then you will have the opportunity to ask some questions if you have.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. So I think there is a click. Is it this one? Yeah. So yeah, in Vienna there used to be studios till 2014, and then they were all demolished. And so we decided 10 years ago to build up new studios. We thought this is a process of 2 months, and then we start to build. 8 years later, we started to build. So here you can see a picture of our 2 new stages. So we are fully soundproofed. So this is, I thought this was the best solution for us, because building studios in a warehouse is easy. Building real studios with soundproofing and all the other stuff is not that easy. So we did the not easy way. We could have watched a video, but we leave that. So just to show the locations. So if you have been to Vienna, you know Vienna, and you know Vienna Airport maybe. We are on the way to the Vienna Airport. It takes us 10 minutes to the terminal, and 10 to 15 minutes to the city center. It depends on the traffic. We also are really good connected to the public transports, and there is a bike highway that ends up 50 meters before our studios. So we believe we are connected to the bike highway too, and we also have we start to have share bikes on our lot. So we have a lot of bikes from a share bike company that got bankrupt, and we have to find a way to give it to our people, that we get it back again, because they go to the metro, and afterwards we find them somewhere else, or not. So we have this complex map. It's an old complex. It was used by the Wien Energie. It's the infrastructure company for Vienna. And they moved somewhere else and left this building back to the Hafen Wien. It's a company owned by Vienna, by the city of Vienna. They had to buy it because the city said you buy it, and they rented it out to small companies like car repair dealers, car parts dealers, a shooting range, and a lot of people. There are about 70 different companies in this building. And then in 2017, the first film project started. It was in this. No, sorry. Where is it? Here. In this building, there is a big hall. It's about 700 square meters, and with a height of 7 meters. And the first film project started here. They did the studio production there, and then they came to Croatia and did the rest here. I don't remember the English name, but it was a horror movie about a party after school, and nobody survived this party. And I think there are certain parties still running here every summer. Yeah, and this was the beginning of this studio thing, and I was still looking for the right location. So this 2017, my best friend and me, my investor, we started thinking about what can we do, how can we do it, and we had an old army building that we wanted to reconstruct. Didn't work because they wanted too much money. We had another idea. Didn't work because the city didn't want that. At the end, we ended up at Hafen Wien, and we discussed with them how could we cooperate together. And so they said, we don't want to do that because we have no idea of film. And we said, okay, then we do it on our own. And we found a way to do it together. So the Hafen Wien didn't want us to build a house on their own lots. So we decided, okay, now you are our investor. So the city of Vienna invested 12 million euros, and we rented it back. So they built a house for our needs. Just to let you know what about this thing. So we have these 2 stages. So this one. And then we have this building 1. Here we have custom wardrobe. Then we have, forgot it. So it doesn't matter. So then we have the unit parking here around this. And we have offices in the first floor here. And Ari is now in this old stage. Ari has their warehouse there now. So, okay, so this is how it looks now. So you can see we have also a PV plant on the roof. This photo was taken I think in June. So nothing was there on this lot at that time. Now we have better photos with a lot of people working there. So this is stage 1, stage 2. Now, and the new photos you can see they are numbered, so everybody knows where to go. This one has, so we come to that slide, has about 2,000 square meters, and this one 1,000 square meters. So yeah, so these are nice pictures of our wonderful stages. So this is stage 1. Yeah, if there are any questions, please.
Yeah, how come you don't have a lightning grid?
So we were, that's the best question, because there was a lightning grid was planned. The company that was supposed to do that, because you have to go into a process, because it was from the city of Vienna, got bankrupt. So we are still working on it.
Okay, so you prepped everything for that?
Yeah, it's prepped. So it's quite easy to implement that now.
Like pulleys and that?
Yeah. So we can. It takes about. So normally, in the moment they're coming in, they're doing the rigging and everything is running. So 600,000 euros. It's okay. It's nothing. Yeah. So here we have these wonderful numbers. Yeah. The inner height to the catwalk, thank you, is 12.5 meters. Up to the roof is 17. Yeah. So then we have a LED wall. It's quite new, so we got it in June. Here we have this wonderful these numbers. So it's 20 meters wide and 5.5 high, and it's 122 degrees. It's not right with the 120, but it's okay. So I think you know about these numbers much more than me. We have this sky screen here, so it's movable, and we have 2 rovers here on the side, and this is the technical. So yeah, I see Croatian company is also inside Stipe. Yeah, so we are not the owners of this. This is a LED Cave. It's a German company. They have done 170 projects with their walls. They have 2 walls in Berlin and 1 in Cologne. And this is the wall they had in Mannheim. And they've said, okay, let's put it to Vienna. And yeah, it starts to work. I just heard in the other panel, it takes some time that the people start to work with this. Also in Belgium, it was the same problem. Yeah, then we have some services like Ari Rental. Ari was here they started at last year in 24. In June they moved in, and they're running really good. It's not everywhere where Ari has a problem in the moment, but in Vienna they are working really good. Then we have cherry pickers and scissors lift. Grizzly Rental, so it's a German company that have these service mobiles like wardrobe, makeup, and everything. We have custom workshops, so then we are in the middle of the green thing. So the companies used to buy new, for example, laundry machines, and they disappeared somewhere in a cellar, and the next project bought a new machine. So we have 10 machines, and we rent them out, and they take it because it's this is the greenest idea of all. It's easy, yeah. We have a catering pop-up venue. So in the moment we have different caterers that are using it. So our main idea is to find one caterer who does the whole catering for the companies if they want to. Otherwise, it's just a cafeteria or something like that. And we have community rooms for the teams. So I think this is no idea. There was no rocket science. Then we have office spaces, about 2,000 square meters of extra office space. So we use the old building. So we did a refurbishment there, and it took us about 6 months to refurbish that because it was more or less demolished. We have also this flex space. So this flex space is the ARI ground now. So we believe that ARI will move out in another place, and we can use that again. Yeah, we have fixed sets. I think that's the most important thing on this slide. We have a pathology and a hospital unit, so that's another problem. So it's always the highlight of every tour is the pathology. When I was filmmaking as a unit manager and the location manager and the location and our production manager can be a filmmaker, the biggest problem was hospital, and 95% of the Austrian film are criminal things, and we always end up in a pathology or in a hospital. So this was the closest idea that we could do. So yeah, okay. So what do we do for green filming? Of course, we try to integrate everything. You can't do. It's always a compromise. And so I think the thing that we can see mostly is here the rooftop, because we did a PV plant down there. So we are more or less on days like this, we are independent to the normal power that we get from outside. We reuse materials, so we buy or we take the material that the productions would throw away and reuse them. So we give it to other productions. We should rent it out to them, but as I'm too nice to the people, I just give it to them for free. We have EV charging stations, so in the moment we have 4. We're trying to get more, and we're trying to get high power stations. So the Wien Energie, our company there, they want to bring us 2 150 kilowatt stations. So that would be great for the productions, because yeah, we have the electricity. We have enough, more than enough. We have green, of course, we have green power. If we need power, we just get green power because we are close to the Danube, and we have the next power plant is 1 kilometer away from us. So
good thing with those high speed power.
Yeah.
For cars, you can power the new Jenny's.
That would be the long distance idea, but we are still waiting for the Jennies. Yeah, so we have a waste sorting in Austria anyway, so it works quite good. We just talked about that. When I was a kid, and that's long ago, we started in Austria. We started with that, and my kids, for example, they are absolutely they haven't seen anything else like this. So if I just put something in the wrong direction, I get problems. So, and this is how we want to do that also and also the authorities, they force us to do that. So that's quite easy to be green, and maybe that's the best idea to do it from the authorities. So we have also green partnerships with our partners, also ARI and all the others. We force them to be as green as possible and as they can be, and as long as it's economical for them. And yeah, we have a low energy heating, so we have a floor heating. I think we have the only floor heating in the studio worldwide. So yeah, we have a floor heating. So normally they blow in 70-degree hot air, and we have 38-degree hot water. And it takes some time, but no, it's called Fernwärme. It's coming from the city. Yeah. So this is how we do it. It was my idea. I said, okay, we have to do a floor heating because I did it at home. So I thought I'm an expert. Yeah, this is a wonderful electric room. This is our floor heating room, for example. Yeah. Yeah. In practice, so we have something that is the green bonus. It's called. We have incentive. So let's start with the incentive. We have an incentive that gives 30% of the spends in Austria back in cash, and we have a green bonus. So if you fulfill some criteria that are in the FISA catalog. So the incentive is called FISA Plus. Yeah, you know it. I know it. Yeah, you've heard it once. You get 5% on top of all costs, of all spends in Austria. So there are two options: the fulfilling of the FISA Plus criteria, or the apply for the österreichischen Umweltzeichen, as it's an environmental label. So it's easier to get the environmental label because FISA Plus is really strict. And so in Austria, you always find a way, and this is the way. And there are certain strategies like props and construction, the reuse of materials. I think these are things that if you think about it, it's clear. The problem is nobody will want to think about that before you force him. So the authorities or the government forced our producers to think about that with the 5% more. Who doesn't want to have 5% more? So they started to think about it, and now everyone's thinking about it. And nobody's thinking about it anymore. They're just starting to discuss if it doesn't work, if you can't do that. So we have this. Also, the sources should be regionally. So and locally. So this is one of the most easiest things, to buy it from the neighbor and not to bring it in from China. Customs, yeah, we're using fundos. So the problem is everyone buys new. I don't know why. So I learned secondhand is not that bad, and I think it's now common in the meantime. Then catering, no disposables, so the easiest thing. So when I was a manager on set, we had about 50 kilograms of waste every day. So I think they reduced now to 20. So this is the really thing, you can see it. Also the famous veggie days. So 10 years ago, thinking of veggie days, there would be something like a scandal on set. I see technicians with dead muscles, and they're saying, we have veggie days today. Yeah, it's okay. And also local sourcing. So it's in the production. So priority to trains, not to fly. Yeah. So unfortunately, I flew in yesterday, and I'm flying back today. But next time I'm coming by car if you invite me again. Yeah. And also to plan ahead. If you plan ahead, if you have the chance to plan ahead, you reduce the loads on the trucks, for example. So just to invest in people to plan, to have 2, 3, 4 more days to plan, then you don't have 3 trucks, you just have 1 truck for technique. So these are just, as I said, if you think about it, it's clear.
And if you use auto, it's in the backyard.
Yeah, so you don't need a truck. So we have a production in the moment. It's a series, an Austrian series. They started on the 1st of September. They have no trucks because they just moved it from one side of the street to the other. So that's the easiest way. Yeah. Okay. So and the impact was, I think, the most important, and this is what I always say. It's the mindset. So the mindset comes to the people, and if the mindset comes to the people, it's easy. So everyone wants to do it, also the standardized. It's a bad word. The standard process. So if you standardize a process, it's easier to repeat it, and so I think this is one of the things that should be done and should be thought about that. So if you do it, it's easy. Then, as we have said, laundry machines as renting equipment. Green consultants are creating a new job. So there's a new job on set. It's the green consultant. Nobody knew about that. I wouldn't say 10 years ago, 6 years ago. And now everyone knows what a green consultant does. And I think it's an important job. So then you increase, of course, the spendings, the local and regional spendings. So because you have to use or should use local and regional materials. Then the need of advanced technologies. So if you have to think about how to reduce and how to be better, you're coming to the idea to have an LED wall, for example, to use it, or power grids. So the LED wall, this was mentioned in the before. They said, yeah, you can do what you want. You can have the sunset the whole day. You can have rain. You can have winter. So you don't have to wait or to make a company move from one side of the city to the other side, or even from one side of the planet to the other side. So this could help us to reduce a lot of travels and save money for the producers. Are there producers here? Yeah. Yeah, then also the service providers start to think about reducing and waste and whatever, because we force them, because we want to have this 5%. So we want to have this, we want to be sure that they do it. So they do it again. In Vienna, they start, everyone is now green. Nobody asks you to throw your towel on the ground. They just ask you at the beginning, do you want to have it every day, every second day, or just tell us? Yeah. And now it works really good. Yeah, and the most important thing, the people eat healthier because they have now this veggie day. Yeah, so that's it, more or less. So yeah, one more wonderful photo with this wonderful hall behind. So they are just packing fruits.
So do you have other side stuff? Do you have a kitchen for which catering can use?
Yeah, we have a kitchen because there used to be a kitchen and it's fully equipped, so they could start in the moment.
So basically, I mean,
Yeah, they started in the moment. Yeah.
So if some big production coming in using the stage for like 1 month, something like that, they can bring their own catering, which can set up their own operation on site.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you rent it out for them, the machines, whatever it's.
Yeah, we rent it out. Yeah, as a normal kitchen.
Something which you miss, but they usually have their own some accessories. Yeah. And you have like wardrobes, washing machines, dryers.
All.
Yeah.
So you could come and start. You just have to bring the idea and the money.
How did you develop like a project? Who did you come to build it? Were there any problems with architects and engineers knowing what you need? That's the idea that you actually, since you built it, it's one of the rare studios that were recently built in Europe. I mean, they built something, but sometimes they use some strange panels and stuff. It's not so 100% soundproof.
Yeah, so the soundproofing is the most important thing. So the thing is, the company that is investing here is close to an architecture company. So we asked the architect, do you think you can do it? And he said, I don't know. No, he said, I don't know. And then we did something it was really expensive. I went through the world and visited a lot of studios to see how it works, how were they built, but I have no idea about building and now about construction. So I decided to find the 10 best studios, and we did the tour again. So we went there and we said, we want to build a studio. What is the most important thing that we have to take care of? Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, so then they learned. And then they came back and they did it. And they did quite good. They did not perfect, but they did quite good. So we had one problem. This was, it's from the fire. The fire thing tells us that we have to have kind of windows on the other side of the big stage. This is not a window, it's a black window, but it's a window. So it's a hole in the thing. And the problem is that the machines that are working there, over there in the green building, this is why I like it so much, they have such a loud noise that nobody recognized it when this building was not standing. So we had a problem. But it was no problem that we couldn't solve. So we bought better windows. Took just 1 year, and now it works.
So because of the fire
restrictions. This is the word.
Yeah, you had to have some buildings for probably for the smoke to go out.
Yeah. So we have a smoke detector system.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And if it...
Sprinklers?
No. This is what they wanted us, but I told them no, that doesn't work, because if the sprinkler does just starts because of a failure, we have a problem. So they said, okay, it's no problem because it's a standalone building and no worries and blah, blah, blah. So the only thing is, you can see this between the PV plants, these windows. This is for the fire restrictions, so they open it, and this is why we need the windows downstairs. The sum of the air or the O2 that comes out has to come back.
Yeah.
So
and
this
the
is
emergency exits, the doors on the side probably?
we have about 6 emergency exits. So we have 1, 2, 3, each stage.
So can you do rain?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you have some, so you can do rain inside.
Yeah.
You have fixed installation or you bring installation?
No, you have to bring it, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. So this is, rain is so special that everybody brings it on its own. Yeah, but it works. We did it already. It works.
So you build in the floor with the heating. You have drains.
We have drains on each block. It's a 66 meters, and we have drains.
Do you think of everything?
No.
What did you miss? What you think you missed?
No, I'm in the moment nothing, but there will be the moment.
You're making a very creative guy. Yeah. So the total investment for the building was 17 million?
No, it was 12 million.
12 million.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be 8 or 7. Then there was someone in Russia who had a good idea, and then it was 12.
And based on, let's say, all the studios that are in Europe, and everybody says, oh, we have a studio here, we have a studio there, and then on the other side you hear there's not enough studios. How hard of a time did you have actually promoting that this studio is now open, and how long did it take for somebody to book it?
Yeah. So I'm running from
Because
one.
we're opening a studio in Croatia, right?
Yeah. So we are opening a studio in Croatia. No. So I'm running from one show to the other for the last 4 years, I would say. The problem was the first 2.5 years. I sold a parking space. So if you go on Google Maps, you can see how it looked like, and nobody believed me. Then we started, and nobody believed me that it will be finished on the right time. So, but we did that. And then it took about, in Austria, people are always a little bit conservative, and they, so there was one show 1.5 years ago, it was already more or less ready. They came with a bus, and the guy, a friend of mine, was sitting in the bus, and he said, you know what they said? Yeah, now let's have a look if it's really standing. So, and then they came in, and now they start to realize that it is here, the Austrians. I think the international, there are certain international bubbles that know that we are existing, but I think we have to go more and more and on, and I think it will never end.
And, do you have some relationship with other companies that bring projects to you?
No. So it's more or less it's me who is bringing the project in, and I'm trying to bring the right producer, service producer, to the right project. So I was thinking about starting a service production, but I don't want to work that much.
Yes, it give you headaches.
Yeah, so I don't want to think about things like that. So I would love to build 2 or 3 more stages. That's much more fun. And so I'm coming around.
Hoping to build one in Croatia?
Yeah, so there are ideas because we have an.
That's my talk with him.
So we already talked.
He's taken.
So there are certain ideas, and we have a strong connection. So the architect who did that did
Westgate and
West, Center West, Center East, and Split. And Split. So this is the architect who did that, and this is the close connection to them. So it's family.
What kind of studio is it?
Let's see. Yeah.
So we were talking during our coffee, and I
You have to take the microphone.
I didn't have the microphone. Okay, so we were talking, and I asked you what was the one thing that you want, you know, in this in this time you would like to change.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So to start 5 years earlier. Yeah. So then I could have taken Corona with me, and everything was fine, and it was full. Yeah. I think 5 years earlier, yes. To be honest.
And what was the biggest challenge you had during this 10 years period?
There are different challenges. I told you already.
I know.
No, so I was always also thinking about it again. So the biggest challenge was to find a location, of course. The easiest challenge was to find the right partner for that. So that, I would say the right location was the biggest challenge.
You said that you definitely wanted it to be soundproof, which is not the case with a lot of studios. How much did that push the price up, and in percentages, not
20.
in money?
20%, yeah.
And how much longer did that take? Or was it immediately implanted in the material?
It was
you built it?
it was implemented.
Okay.
So this was not the biggest problem. It was just to think about that. So and it's the detail that will be that's always the problem. So for example, these gates for the fire. Of course, they are made out of steel, and if it rains, you can hear that. So we had to change that.
What about the roof? Like, we had a couple of investors in Zagreb, and they wanted to see older buildings and refurbish them into studios. And my question was always like, how are you going to do that with the roof? And I mean, the rooftops are old, and these are old, either factories or. And they said, don't worry, there's people who do rooftops.
Yeah.
That's my least worry. They put this and this and this and that on the rooftop, and you're perfect. You can't hear anything.
Yeah, there's a solution. I think a UK solution.
And there's a Canadian company.
Yeah, and it's about 20 euros a square meter. Just to buy it, then you have to implement it. So we don't have the problem. We have I don't know the word in Swiss, stones on the roof. So the rain is no problem.
Do you also have, maybe you said that, but I didn't hear, do you have a room for like making sound effects, filming the audio?
Not in the new studios, but in the old building. We have rooms like this in the cellar downstairs. We have big rooms. We have really more or less soundproofed rooms.
In the cellar where you have the morgue?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, morgue is placed in the cellar. It's always the same. And in Austria, sometimes families, but it's another story.
I know, that's why I was kind of like, oh. That's a great idea to have the hospital, and that really makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so my experience in Berlin, there is, I think they called, I don't know how they called because I forget all the names. There is a company that rented out an old hospital, and we use that all for hospital scenes. So if you see a German TV film shot in Berlin or Brandenburg, there's always at least one scene that takes place.
There.
Yeah, in Heckershorn it's called, and the company is called Flatliners. At least yeah. They had two hospitals in Berlin. Now they have one because they lost it. The other one.
Hospitals, schools, all
Yeah.
things, public, are
Jail.
always a stretch, yeah.
We are thinking about there's a series called Tatort. I don't know if you know that. It's in Germany and Austria. Every city has its own Tatort, and it's always on Sunday night, 2015. They start this each week from another city. and it's very popular. And they used to be with their office in our main building, but they had to go because it was too loud. And now we trying to get a new office for them.
Do you do television?
Yeah.
Broadcast, yeah. Sometimes you rent.
Yeah, we can do that. We did that. We had the Austrian Film Prize. They called me and said, "Hey, we have a good idea," and I said, "I don't think so." But we did it. We did it in stage 1, and it worked quite good. So we implemented also the high-speed internet and all the things. So it was fixed on the day of the broadcast at 12:30, and we started at 5. So they asked me, "Do you have high-speed internet?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." And the 1 week before, I woke up and I said, "Oh, forgot." So now we have high-speed internet. Yeah, they worked quite good. So they were really satisfied. We are talking to the Austrian broadcast in the moment because they have some side events for European Song Contest next year. They want to do at least 1 or 2 at ours.
Yeah, it's big with broadcasters because if you rent it out for the show, you can get it like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
It's really nice business.
So for the smaller stage, they asked for Dancing Stars. But they won't do it next year because they don't have money. Of the ESC is taking everything. So maybe.
You won the European.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
2 years ago, when we were very close to that, everybody I know from Christian television was like, "Please lose, please lose."
Yeah.
Because they would kill every culture, everything.
Yeah, of course.
They have to put the budget in that.
10 years ago, we won it.
Yeah.
And so it's idiotic. And the guy from OF, the boss, he was standing next to me and saying, "Hopefully we don't win the fucking shit. I don't want it." We did it. So yeah, no, but I think it's a good chance for us to show that what we can do. Let's see if they come, if they will do that what we want.
So Eurovision this year is then yeah.
Next year, yeah.
Next year.
So you can be sure that the hotel rooms are really, really, really. Yeah.
Affordable.
But they're going to put it in some arena or something like that, right? The finale.
No, we'll be in Vienna.
Yeah, in Vienna, but in which hall?
Stadthalle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stadthalle is the only hall that you can do because it's big enough. It's for 16,000 people.
Yeah.
And we don't have a new Stadthalle. We get a new one, but this is in 10 years.
That's for the next time.
Yeah, for the next time. Hopefully not. But yeah, so I think it's a funny event.
Maybe if I may, we were talking about the changing geopolitical situation and how it affects the studios. Maybe this is something that may be of interest.
Yeah, so the first thing I thought is, the guy in the how's he called, orange guy, will take 100% taxes of all things that are done abroad. But on the other side, it's a good idea because they will do it anyway here. So this is what I think, because even if they do it here and they have to pay 100% on whatever, I don't know on what he wants to take 100% tax, it's still cheaper than doing it in the US. Because if you think how much an apartment in Los Angeles is, how much the people must earn that they can live there, it's still cheaper here. So we are like the new Mexicans for them. So I believe we have a chance, and I don't want to say the other thing, the bread and games. So so the thing is, if it gets worse for the people, always the entertainment gets up, because bread and games, the people must be entertained. So this is a little bit not nice for me to say, but it's a fact.
It's true for centuries. So.
Yeah. So the last crisis in 1928, we had so much to do in Austria. I don't know. Nobody was sitting at home the whole 2 or 3 years, and then the economy went up, and nothing was to do. Nothing is the right word. But
How much power do you produce from the
so don't ask me numbers. But it's
so enough for you, right?
it's enough for us to run the basic thing and plus the LED wall.
Yeah.
They sometimes have excessive power, so they give it back to the grid.
Yeah.
So if we don't turn on the volume,
Yeah.
we give it. So we sell it.
I mean, that's how it works. So you basically, when you have nothing to do with selling, goes into the
Yeah.
grid.
So it makes money.
And when you spending more than you produce, you get it from
Yeah.
the grid. Yeah. And it kind of balances out.
Yeah. So the thing is, we have to sell it and then we have to buy it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But at the end, it's
Pure energy.
Yeah. so we are using less energy. We try to.
Okay, is there any other question? No? I have to finish, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so
absolutely punctual.
thank you for the 2-hour coffee and this
Yeah.
I love the
Thank you
presentation.
too.
And hope to see you in Zagreb soon.
Yeah, we'll be back. Thank you.